All right, Kizzy. So I'm going to hand over to you now and introduce the topic that you want to talk about.
Okay, so I am going to introduce my friends that I've met through the Friends and Relationship Ambassador training. And one of them has just disappeared off to go and fetch a few things to show us. So this is something that I've been asked to put together by the Northwest Learning Disabilities Forum, and they want it for Learning Disabilities Week. So what we've been doing is we've been meeting up with Tanya, who's can you just put your hand up so that, as I don't know whether on the video it shows our names, I'm not sure. So Tanya has been meeting up with us every Monday at 10 o'clock to have a general chat with all of us ambassadors, and then to help us out with our sessions for the afternoon at 4 o'clock, when we hopefully meet up with peers to come along and join us. And then we usually split into two groups of around 5 people, but not all of them have been able to make it today. So at the moment we have Tanya, myself, Kizzy, Rachel, John, whose his iPad says, his computer says Huawei MediaPad T5, Martin, Joanne and Linda. And during these sessions, we decided that we were going to make a mood board, which is, so we've got sent a pack of things from Lucy Hamlin from Meet and Match, and that included a board on which to make our mood boards. And then we met up virtually in a Zoom room a few weeks back now to do our friends part of the board. So what I'll do is I'll show mine now, just the friends part, and then we can come to the other half afterwards. So this, I don't know whether you can actually, oh no, it doesn't come across very well. Let me just turn my blur off. There. Okay, so this was my friends board. And so in the center of the board, it has 2 people. Both of one person's covered in music and the other person's playing a trumpet, which I made. And because music is really important to me, and that's part of the way that I am able to make friendships, because I like to talk about specific subjects. That was why I did that as central to it. And then I used phrases in there that I thought were about friendship. So keep having adventures together, I thought was so that's what those big words are saying. Keep having adventures together. And then I found this one here, which is actually about lemonade, but and it says, I wrote, a good friend is a delicate bouquet of efficacious refreshment. So that's like saying a friend is really refreshing to have around you. It lifts your spirits and makes you feel brighter. What else did I put in there? Big ships. Sorry, there are big ships and small ships, but the best ship of all is friendship. So that's this one. Oh, where's my hand there? And then I've got quite a few pictures of hands, or people holding hands, and people having a cuddle, because I like cuddles and I like cuddles from my friends. So that was what mine was about. So I'm going to come to the next person. Let me just put mine down. Could you all see that? Yeah, oh, good. So I'm going to go to John now. Would you like to show us what you did, John, for your friendship board? Just the friends one, and you're on mute. You're on mute, John. You're still on mute.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
This is the one what I've done, and it's got a picture of Daniel O'Donnell with his wife, meets all his friends, and there's one of him with his Christmas album he's made.
John, can you just put it in front of the screen because we can't see it?
I know it's very difficult to do it. I need
Yeah, if you just show it as it first, and then you can talk about it in a second.
So this
you've
is
got lots of people on there. Pictures of lots of people on there and couples and friends. Okay, you can talk about it now, John.
right, and what it is a picture about is Daniel Donald's friends, and I've done some eggs. So no, it's not Easter, but Easter's already gone. And these are all the little eggs and the bunny rabbits, and the bunny rabbits need springing to action. And that's why I got a bunny rabbit, and like he's thinking about spring, and he's springing to action, and there's all what on there, and all little. I put some stickers on it, little round circles on it to make it a little bit better.
John, why did you choose Donald? What's his name?
Daniel Donald.
Yeah, why did you choose him?
Because I like him. He's a singer. He's made a lot of records. And
would he be somebody you would like as a friend?
As a friend?
Would you like him to be a friend?
Yeah.
What sort of qualities does he have?
He has. He's very, very famous. He made lots of qualities. He's made a lot of records. He's done tours around the country. He's done Manchester. He's done Blackpool. He's done Liverpool Arena. He's done all over the place, and he's done Cardiff. So that's
Thank you,
mine.
John. Then
I'm going to put mine down on it. It's 80 now.
Can you just put yourself back on mute? Thank you, Martin. You might. What you need to actually just before you start, Martin. Just before you start, I think it might be best because let me just explain to the people that will be watching the video. Martin's video is usually a bit unstable, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Martin to show his board for a couple of seconds, well, quite a few seconds, and then if you turn your picture off while I talk to you. That's lovely, right? If you just took that's brilliant. So Martin, it looks like you've made a beautiful board there, and you'd put friendship and was it friends and friendship or relationships and friendship? What did you put as the two cross words?
I put friendships and relationships.
So I thought that was really lovely the way that you've done that, and then you've got a lot of sort of pearly things in a circle. What was that showing us?
Saying about what a lady wants. Like.
Yeah, so I think you were concentrating on relationships, weren't you, on yours? Having a relationship, is that what you were doing?
Wants man to be hot.
And you also had some things
and I put I'm with the loving, sexy, humble.
Okay, Martin, we can't really hear you. So can I ask you to pop your video back on and just show your video because we can't really hear you. So just show your picture. I mean, again, if you put yourself back onto camera, just don't speak at the moment because it's breaking up. Oh yeah, now I can see. So it says strong, smart, loyal, trusting, sexy, and cute, and all those kind of things. That was really lovely. And then you've got a warning section. Let me just see if I can read what any of that says. Warning signs you've got just in, so for people that you don't really, yeah. So things that you, yeah, wow, that's really interesting. Abuses drugs or alcohol, pressures for sex, isolation, chronically depressed, history of bad relationships. Wow, so watch out for those kinds of things. That's brilliant. And then can you just lift it up a bit more so I can see the bottom of it? I think it's good qualities and perhaps bad qualities or something like that. That's great. Thank you very much, Martin, for yours. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so she's got, so Martin's put That's really good. I really like the way that you've put good things and bad things together. That's great. Thank you, Martin. So Joanne, show your board first, and then you can talk to us about it afterwards. So there's lots of, can you put it a bit closer? Day trips out. And lots of pictures, some with people on and some with places. And 2 people. And you've used some of the things like the jigsaw puzzle pieces with letters on for your days out, like Martin did on yours that we got in our pack. Brilliant. Would you like to talk about it, Joanne?
So I came up with the idea is so I came up with like day trips out, like you can go on day trips out with your friends, so you can meet up and go different places. And that's why, and then I thought what we could do in the future, like spend time with your friends in their house, go out with your friends, go on holiday.
And you were very organised with yours, weren't you?
Yeah.
You already had a plan for how you were going to do yours before you even started, which was really helpful. So she sped ahead and finished before everybody else. That's great, thank you.
Plan it one day. I just started to plan it in my head.
Yeah, it's a good idea to do that.
And then and I was asking other friends for advice. Oh, what do you put in it? You know, and they said, "Oh, put day trips out on it." So
that's great, thank you. Right, Linda, would you like to show us your board, your friendship side of your board, or relationship, whichever it is?
From that one.
Yeah, great. So you've got a picture of Harry and Kate.
William and Kate.
That's what I meant, William and Kate. And then a picture of
there. And I've got writing down here, I love heart.
So yours is mostly about actual relationships rather than friendships?
I've got some on the back as well, Kizzy.
I know you can show that later. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yes, and so you've made use of some of the things that we got in the pack, like the little sparkly bits to make the heart out of, and the letters and jigsaw letters that we got. That's brilliant. Thank you, Linda. Would you like to just say why you put those things together?
Well,
what made you put those things together?
I put them together because it's like having a relationship with someone. And I've got down here the writing being honest, truthful, trusting, friends and relationships.
Yeah, so all of those good qualities that you'd want when you have a friend or a relationship. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you. And now I'm going to go to Rachel. Now, Rachel, are you going to show your board as well? Yeah, okay, come on then. And I'm going to ask Rachel to tell us how she found doing that workshop.
Yeah, hello, this is the board.
So you've got pieces of fabric on yours, haven't you?
Yeah, this fabric that I've used for like dog beds and quiltings and everything. It's not really my thing is a board. Even if I had 6 magazines here, my mind would just be empty. I wouldn't really know what to do because it's just not for me. But what I'm good at doing is sewing. So as people have been doing their boards, I've been doing sewing. So for example, I'm learning at the minute to do some lounge plans so I can do them by myself. So they are elasticated.
Lovely.
So I'm going to be learning to do them again this week at the shop. But what I've done as well is done a few pencil cases because like for gifts for people.
Lovely they are.
And finally, I've done Christmas stockings, so I've done them for me to match in other organisations to try and raise some funding because it's been a tough time during the pandemic. So yeah, I've just been doing them and dog beds for people.
That's lovely. That is, you're quite versatile with your sewing skills. So would you like to just say a few words about what you would like out of what you see friendships or relationships to be like then?
It's been there for each other really. So if, for example, someone's there to help her, because I've got a befriender that's been supporting me, and when I got her a drink last week, I went shopping, I said to her, it's about being there for each other. So friends, it's all about you both being there for each other and helping out. In terms of relationships, it's just really good to have that relationship with somebody as a friend, because there's no, well, as long as you're both happy with any kind of wills or anything, there's nothing really else to worry about. There's nothing anybody else can say really, as long as you both agree to it. So that's
That's
how
brilliant.
good it feels.
Yeah, because so it doesn't matter what differences people have, does it? Doesn't matter how we're different, as long as we've got those key, those important pointers that we look for in a friend or a relationship. So for instance, one of the important things for me is telling the truth and being honest about things. So like you just said about helping people out, those kind of qualities, as long as they're the qualities that we really want and desire, then that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and you said the right things about being honest and the same, like people to be honest and straight. Communication's really important, so that helps me as well.
Thank you very much, Rachel. So I'm just going to, we don't need to go into any details about the other side of our board, but it'd be just good to show people what we've also done during this pandemic. So we also, some of us have also decorated the other sides of our board, and that was supposed to be about ourselves, just what's important to ourselves. So I've done my board. I'm actually going to share it on my screen because it'll probably be easier to share it on my screen than it will be to pick it up. So I'm going to just show it like this, and then I can explain. So this is the other side of my board. I've got a ringing bowl, singing bowl here. And then this is my board. So that the way that I organized it was so that I'd got a face in the center. That's supposed to be representative of myself. And then all these stripy bits are meant to be my hair, even though my hair is not that color at the moment. Well, actually, it's not ever that color because it's got green in it as well. And then it's got some other little bits. So I like to face challenges. I'm quite competitive, so I do like to do well at things, but I'm also aware of my limitations when I'm feeling ill, because I've got ME, so I get ill quite often, and I've got mental health issues. So I'm aware of my limitations, but I also thought it was really important for myself to have affirmations, so positive thoughts to write, which I wrote on my hair, and they say, I'll just get it from here, those say things like, so at the top, this green part here says all the things in my head. So I have a lot of chaos sometimes in my head. So I one of those, this one here says, remove the chaos. And the affirmations, the good things, I put, I am good enough. I am a good mother and friend. Yoga, passionate, forest bathing. I will achieve, heal and be on track. I am a fighter, kind, loving and thoughtful. And I wrote kind, loving and thoughtful down because in the past I've had people saying to me that that's a weakness to be too kind, too loving and too thoughtful. And that is just the way that I am, and that's what I want out of other people. So I don't want to see that as a weakness, and I'm going to fight to keep that in my positive thoughts, not in my negative thoughts, seeing it as a weakness, because I think those people who've told me that it's a weakness are incorrect. Right, John, would you, oh, actually, Tanya, would you like to say something? I forgot to ask you. Tanya, would you like to say something and show one of your boards?
Hi, yeah. I've only got, I think, one. Oh no, I've got a couple of them. Yeah. So this is something I would do every year. So I run like vision board workshops, and it's been really nice doing it on Zoom with these guys. So I did a few this year, simply because I was doing different workshops. So okay, let's see if we can see. So sort of, if you can see that, different aspects of it.
Yeah.
So I try and do, I'm wondering if that's last year's one. who knows? I can't remember if that's last year's one or not, but anyway, that's, oh no, this is this year's one as well. I did lots of boards this year. It's pretty obvious that I like the sea from my boards. So they're all about people swimming. And then let me just grab another one, just a small one.
Just while Tanya's getting her other one, I just wanted to say a couple of things about the actual workshop that we did. So we did the workshop together on Zoom, like I said before, and I actually really loved doing that because I really felt like everybody, so these friends of mine were all in the same room with me. It felt, and so what we did was we were doing our boards or struggling with our boards a little bit, like Rachel was saying, but we were still talking to each other as well, and asking maybe for a little bit of advice about where something should go, but we were just chatting and it was just so lovely. I really, really enjoyed that. So back to you, Tanya.
Thanks. Yeah, so this one is just more work related, so it's a smaller board. Really, it's just to kind of keep in my office to keep me motivated. And then on the back, I just wrote some words. I was having a bit of a day where I just wanted to write some creative words. So just words that have meaning for me, really just doodling on it. So yeah, I think, you know, and as Kizzy was saying, the beauty of getting together in a group, even if you're not in person, is it still has that same essence. It still feels like you're kind of in a group together crafting. So it's really nice, and just, I think it's such an important thing for mental health, if it's your cup of tea, if it's your thing, to sort of sit and focus on what, you know, to sort of think about what is important to you and what lifts you up. So these boards are designed as well to have around the house, so you can look at them and just feel inspired or hopeful, or you might have pictures of loved ones on it. So yeah, it's been a really wonderful experience. So thanks, Kizzy.
Thank you, Tanya. And John? Just a minute,
Right.
that's it.
I enjoyed those vision boards because where I did them is really good, because it reminds me, because we're doing that. I did that because I didn't get on, because I had problems with issues trying to get on. So I decided to do this myself at the weekend. And Pauline, my friend, helped me, did all that for me.
Do you want to show us, John, because we can't see what you're talking about?
Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
don't do it like that because I haven't got if I had a web camera, it would have been easier. So
just put it in front of your face for a second.
If I can do it.
The other way around.
Oh, sorry, my brain's a bit funny. What I did, right.
And do you want to do the other way around as well, John?
The other way around. And then the other way around, what I've done, because I have problems, the carer did a love thing, and it's got like, and then those bit to the left where me and Linda walking hand in hand, hoping in the future we'd get married.
Yeah, so that's not the Linda on this, so is it? It's your Linda that you're engaged
to. My fiance, that's me, that's my fiance, all walking hand in hand.
Can you bring it so we can see that?
With her face, yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And it's really good what I've done, because I love doing work and it helps me a
John,
bit.
what other things have you done that have been creative during lockdown? Because I know you've done some other creative things, haven't you?
I've been doing some doodling actually with it. What I've done here, if I can get what I've been creative for. See what I've made?
Oh yeah, so that's what you were talking about before, like a checkered flag. It is like a checkered flag.
Yes, I've been doing some doodling with a group called Warrington Speak Up. And they sent me this so I could do some doodling on my own, and I don't need to do.
Can you just put it across the camera, because I can't see what it is you're talking about?
It says Warrington Speak Up group.
And then it says Zen doodling.
Yeah, and I've been doing that on my own, and I did all the patterns, stuff like that myself. I was creative through lockdown.
Thank you very much, John.
And I do go out quite a lot now. Started going back out.
John.
You're welcome.
Thank you, John. Martin, you can either show the other side of your board, or you can talk about, you might not be able to. Let's just see if it works this time. Try just saying a few things.
the reason I haven't done the other side of my board, the reason why is that some of the things what are coming in my life hasn't happened yet. That my cousin.
Okay, so what creative things have you
showed
been
me some
doing other than
pictures so I
doing
can
the
put it
board?
on.
Have you been doing any other creative things, Martin?
Yeah, I've been making everybody. When some of the people on here have been a bit down, I've been making them happy, like giving them virtual hugs.
You have, and I tell you what, you've got a lovely, kind, dimple face. It's really lovely to see you every time, and you've got a lovely voice.
Mm.
So have you done any sewing or anything like that during the pandemic?
Yeah, I did my I've done a quilt.
Oh, is that something you can show?
Yeah.
Turn your camera back on then. Oh, brilliant. Yes, I remember now. You did show us that before. Yeah, that's really lovely. Thank you. So lots of squares of different, is it different types of blue and black?
Yes. Yeah, and stripes.
It's lovely. I like that.
That's
lots of
one
contrast.
side.
Yeah, I love that.
And there's the other side.
Oh, they're both. Oh, lovely. Sometimes people do one side plain, don't they?
Yes.
That's really lovely. Thank you, Martin. And Joanne, would you like to say about what other creative things you've done, or?
I've done my side, but I've done it quite personal. So things to be different. Just things that like spending time with my friends, going out with my friends. And
Do you want to show us that side of the board then?
a lot of writing.
Oh, lots of writing, yeah. I can't really see the writing, but maybe you could read some of it out if you want to.
How to be less stressed. You know, not be stressing,
Yeah.
more be kind, being hugs, listening to music outside.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Can't wait for my hug from you when we see each other on the 18th. And Linda, would you like, have I said to you, Linda, yet about the other side of your board?
No, I'm still waiting.
Oh, right. Okay. So Linda and I had originally planned to meet up and do our other side of the board together, but the weather was really bad. And because we would need to be outside and socially distanced, couldn't really do the board. So we decided to do it on Zoom. So I set up a Zoom meeting and Linda and I did our second side together and chatted while we were doing it, which was really lovely. Would you like to show your other side, Linda?
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember now. Yeah. So, oh, yes. And I sent some things to Linda in the post so that she could do her board. I just remembered now.
Yeah, that's it.
And
all there.
her second side was about friendship. Yes, that's right. So she asked for pictures of things to do with the beach and she asked for pictures of friends. So I sent her those in the post so that she could do it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you've done that's been creative during the pandemic, Linda?
I've wrote about my experience in lockdown. I've wrote about a personal story. Obviously, Tanya knows that was private. I can't wait to see my friends like Joanne and everybody. Can't wait to meet up now. I've got my diary nearly full. It's not quite full, but nearly. Can't wait to see everybody again and just
That's great. Thank you, Linda. And Rachel, what creative things have you been doing other than what you've just showed us before? What other things have you been doing during the pandemic that's been creative?
There's this one here. Well, it's for dogs, mainly, but you can do it for humans as well.
Yeah, a dog bed, big soft cushion.
Yeah.
Lovely. Have you got a dog then?
No, somebody that used to be my personal PA I'm in
Yeah.
contact with, she has one. Fortunately, the dog got ill, so it missed the other one. So I've made another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's important for you when you're doing your sewing? How does that make you feel?
It helps me one, to help other people, and
Because you
to
can show them how to do something.
not just that, it's when you have a lot of art like painting and that, it's too much clutter. But when you do sewing,
Yeah.
you can give it to people. So for example, I just raised £50 for Indigo, which is an autism charity, so they can use it for people with autism to have meals, and it's safe too. So it's to help charities like them and me to match. It's also, it helps me just to relax and not give up. The important thing I have in my hobby is things like Land Before Time, Disney and football, because they just don't give up. They keep going till they get their dreams, really.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you, Rachel. It's just reminded me as well. So when we were first in the lockdown, I read stories online for anybody to listen to. They were actually, all of the stories that I read were based around the Finn family Moomin Troll stories. And I read that every night from 7:45 until 8:00, right through until about the end of June. And then I stopped. But I might do that again at some point. Anyway, thank you everybody for telling us about what creative things you've done during the pandemic. You can turn it off now.